I really want to talk about warriors real quick, and specifically ThunderClan, because as sparse as the books are on their specific cultures and distinctions, they do a great job defining cats by their territory in terms of psychology and their evolution. It's a pretty well-known joke that ThunderClan is the most boring clan, as they seem to have very few distinct traits from the rest of the clans, going as far as to call them ShadowClan clones. But I think we're just so used to being in ThunderClan's perspective, we never take a moment to think about what ThunderClan looks like from the outside. ThunderClan lives in a forest with trees like sycamores, oaks, and maples that don't filter out light all that well, in contrast to ShadowClan, who lives in a pine forest, making their territory much darker. ShadowClan can hunt and ambush prey, taking advantage of the darkness and overwhelming pine scent to mask their own scent. ThunderClan doesn't have that luxury, and no matter when they hunt, the light will always make them easier to spot. And the lack of conflicting scents makes them much easier to smell. Made even more difficult by the fact that unlike ShadowClan, ThunderClan aren't predisposed to be born with perfect night vision. Even more difficult is that because they live in a forest, they can't chase down their prey like WindClan if they mess up, making stalking, pouncing, and killing on the first try an ideal method for ThunderClan. Which makes me think that ThunderClan cats, specifically natural-born ThunderClan cats, are born predisposed to being more in tune and sensitive to their environment, specifically in terms of touch and sound. And we do see this in the books, with apprentices complaining about having the rules of hunting rabbits and mice hammered into their heads. Mice can feel you before they can hear you, and rabbits will hear you before they can feel you. Which is a vital lesson because ThunderClan of all the clans has to make the most mental adjustments when they're trying to figure out how to catch prey, being extremely light in their paws when they're stalking mice and voles, and being extremely swift when stalking and catching rabbits and squirrels. And it's probably the reason we don't see bird hunting as often in comparison to SkyClan. ThunderClan cats have been noted in the books to not really climb trees, especially for hunting since they hunt a lot of ground prey, and chasing down prey in trees is dangerous and spends way more energy than it's worth. Which is why bird hunting is a SkyClan specialty and not a ThunderClan specialty, because where bird hunting requires great jumping skills and powerful legs, ThunderClan specialty is in precise and quick movements. This is probably why Dovewing excelled so greatly as a hunter in ThunderClan, and Jayfeather was still able to hunt despite his lack of formal training. I could do so many more of these, so let me know if you want to see more clan breakdowns.